And welcome back. Sorry about that. We had to do the national anthem. So today I am Kevin Meehan on the call for this swim meet between Hunter College and your Kean University Cougars. It's going to be a 14-event swim meet today. This is our first time broadcasting swimming this season. And I know Kean has a lot of good, young, talented swimmers. First up is going to be the 200-yard medley relay, and that's going to consist of butterfly stroke, breaststroke, freestyle, and backstroke. For Hunter in lane 3, we have Sarah Decker, Virginia Dundon, Chloe Mueller, and Gabrielle Auxkos. For Kean in lane 4, we got Lauren Bever, Mary Harmuth, Molly Lasco, and Sarah Sissel. And Hunter has another group going in lane 5 with Valentina Burgos, Michelle Zikat, Chloe Gregory, and Molly Barron. And they're off here. Looks like Kean in the middle is keeping pace with the group from Hunter College in lane 3. The group in lane 5 is falling behind. They're currently doing the breaststroke. And again, this is 200, so they'll go there and back 4 times, doing each stroke there and back once. Hunter seems to be pulling away with it here as they build a lead into the butterfly stroke. And it looks like we're going to be on to our last stroke of this medley here. And it should be freestyle to end it off, the fastest stroke, as Hunter really is pulling away with this lead. Kean in lane 4 in second, and the other Hunter group well behind them. And there's the first place finisher from lane 3. That's going to be Sarah Decker, Virginia Dundon, Gabrielle Auxkos, and Chloe Mueller with a time of 1 minute and 59 seconds. In lane 2, in lane 4, placed second. That's the Kean team with a minute of 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Lauren Bever, Mary Harmuth, Molly Lasco, and Sarah Sissel. And the second Hunter College group finished in third with a time of 2 minutes and 22 seconds. The second event is going to be the longest event of this meet, and that's going to consist of the 1,650-yard freestyle, and that's going to be a long one. We'll have 5 swimmers in this event. First for Hunter is going to be in lane 1, Amina Duppeljack. In lane 2 for Hunter as well is going to be Dana Lynn. In lane 3, Hunter as well is going to be Sarah Knobler. And in lane 4, the swimmer to watch for Kean, Cristina Sullivan. And in lane 5, another Hunter swimmer, Samantha Helmley. And they're off here in what will be our longest event. Looks like Christina Sullivan gets off to an early lead for Kean. as after 50 yards, Sullivan and Knobler are neck and neck. Still neck and neck is Sullivan and Knobler coming in after their second lap. And for this event, you need a lot of stamina. They're going 1,600 yards, basically, and they'll do this pretty quickly for the most part. Looks like Sullivan is maintaining a slight lead over the Hunter swimmer in lane 3. That's Knobler. And Sullivan still holding a slight advantage as she comes in. We'll see what her time is at. She's at 2:14. 2 minutes and 14 seconds so far in this 1,600-yard freestyle. And you can see Sarah Knobler is keeping up with her, but the other ladies in the outside lanes are slowing down as this race is a long one and takes a lot of stamina. Sullivan building a little bit of a lead. She's almost a full body length in front of Knobler now. And Sullivan holding her lead pretty strongly here as she comes up and is at 4 minutes and 34 seconds as she finishes that lap. She's on lap number 17 as they show her the sign in the water to let her know how far she's gone. They're going to have to do, I think, about twice as many more to finish this one off at 1,600 yards. That's a long race. Now, if my math is correct, they should be about at the 500-yard mark. At least Sullivan is going to be at the 500-yard mark, or she just got there in 5 minutes and 45 seconds, making great time. Sullivan has already broken a few school records this season. Outstanding young swimmer. It's Christina Sullivan, the sophomore from Chatham, New Jersey, out of Chatham High School. All strong. And as Sullivan finishes her 25th lap here, that's going to put her around 1,000 yards. With about 6 more laps to go. And she's cruising right now in first place, still 7 minutes and 32 seconds in this 1,650-yard freestyle race. Sarah Knobler for Hunter College, who is right behind her, but Sullivan has a commanding lead so far in this one, as we'll get Knobler's time coming up in a moment. Knobler hits it, and she's at 8 minutes and 27 seconds, good enough for second place there. And Sullivan's going to come back around, finishing her 29th lap. I gotta admit, this is impressive how well Sullivan is holding her stamina here. This is a long race. She's at 8 minutes and 45 seconds now, and just a couple more laps left. And if I did my math right, this should be Sullivan's last lap here, starting it at 9 minutes and 19 seconds. We'll see what she's got. Knobler's right behind her, but not on her final lap yet, as Sullivan's coming to it. And still going. 9 minutes, 55 seconds. As her teammate puts the sign in the water, showing that it's her 35th lap as she goes around. She has a commanding lead. Sullivan still going. Once again, as I mentioned, this is going to be the longest race we see, as it's eclipsed 10 minutes for each race so far, with Sullivan holding on to her lead over Sarah Knobler. The other racers in this one, you have Amina Duppeljack in lane 1, Dana Lynn in lane 2, and Samantha Helmy in lane 5, behind Cristina Sullivan, who's leading in lane 4, and Sarah Knobler in lane 3. Knobler and Sullivan back side by side, but Sullivan has a full lap lead on her, and she maintains first place. Coming up on 13 minutes in this 1650 freestyle. And Sullivan's still out in front, pretty strong. The endurance is quite something else to watch. As if I were in this water, I couldn't have done 5 laps probably. But these girls are on lap 45, it looks like, for Cristina Sullivan and counting. Sullivan onto her 51st lap in this one. Shouldn't go much longer than that. If it's a 25-yard pull, it should be 66 total laps. And Sullivan still holding a commanding lead, as Sarah Knobler for Hunter has dropped back significantly, still in second though. And then you have Amina Doppeljack in lane 1, Dana Lynn in lane 2, and Samantha Helmy in lane 5 along with them. And that's Helmy is in third place. Followed by Amina Doppeljack and then Dana Lynn. As Sullivan enters her 57th lap in this race. She has a time. I'll get the time for you in a moment, but I'm looking back at her previous times this season. She finished this race in 19 minutes and 18 seconds previously, and she's at 17:07. Definitely has a chance to do better than that. So in this one, as she's in lap 59 right now. And looking at it now, Sullivan's time of 19:20 in this event back in February is the school record. As she's currently in lap 61, still under 18 minutes. And I'm looking at the school records, and the group of girls that Coach Chris Swenson has holds a good amount of records for this school. There's a handful they got last February, 2019 that is, at Metz, which is the big meet for the swim team. As the bell is rung here for the final lap. Christina Sullivan enters with a time of 19 minutes and 3 seconds. Doesn't look like she'll eclipse her school record time of 19:20, but she'll get close. As the final turn has come, and Sullivan is racing for the edge of the pool. As she's followed by Knobler, who still has a few laps left to take. And Sullivan's time of 19 minutes and 41 seconds in this race is good for first place and pretty close to her old school record. Still going, however, is going to be Sarah Knobler in lane 3. Dana Lynn in lane 2, Amina Doppeljack in lane 1, and Samantha Helmy in lane 5, all swimming for Hunter. The only Kean swimmer in this event came out on top. As Sarah Knobler will finish her race with a time of 20 minutes and 31 seconds. All the other racers still swimming. Cristina Sullivan's finished almost a minute better, 50 whole seconds better than her opponent in lane 3. It's a pretty impressive finish to finish 1,650 yards in under 20 minutes. As the final racers come into it, two of them are on lap 61, and the other finds herself on lap 50. You can only imagine they got some jelly arms out there. This is a long and enduring race. As these racers finish up their laps here, a couple on their final lap. The racer in lane 2, who is Dana Lynn, a little bit more behind, only in lap 61. And we have our third place finisher in lane 5. That's Samantha Helmy with a time of 23 minutes and 27 seconds. And in lane 1, in 4th place, is Amina Dupeljak with a time of 23:48. And the final racer in the pool is Dana Lynn, who's currently sitting at 23:55, entering her 63rd lap. And this race is coming to an end as Dana Lynn is hitting it again. Christina Sullivan in first place with a time of 19 minutes and 41 seconds. You had Sarah Nobler with a time of 20 minutes and 31 seconds in second place. And in third place was Samantha Helmy with a time of 23 minutes and 27 seconds. And the third event today, which is setting up right now, is going to be the women's 200-yard freestyle. In lane 2, you'll have for Kean, Hannah Cirolo. Hannah Cirolo in lane 2. In lane 3 is going to be Alice Tsai for Hunter. In lane 2 will be Cristina Sullivan once again. And in lane 5 will be Sarah Betts. And Sullivan's in lane 4. That's my bad. And they're getting ready to go. And they're off, and we'll see what Sullivan's got after finishing that last long race of 19 minutes. Sullivan will be in lane 4 again. And this will be an 8-lap race, or going there and back 4 times. And it looks like Sullivan with a slight lead, just 1/10 of a second more than the swimmer in lane 3, who was Alice Tsai from Hunter. Cristina still holding on to a lead here as she finishes her 4th lap at 1 minute and 4 seconds. Almost a whole second in front of the swimmer in lane 3. And this is Sullivan coming off at 1,650-yard race where she won. Able to keep that going. The stamina she is showing is very impressive. That long race must have just been a warm-up for Sullivan as she finds herself in first place still. Well ahead, 4 seconds ahead of the swimmer in lane 3. That is Alice Tsai. And Sullivan's just pulling away with this one. And Sullivan finishes with a time of 2 minutes and 12 seconds. 8 seconds ahead of the second place finisher with a time of 2 minutes and 20 seconds. That's going to be Alice Tsai in lane 2 and in lane 3, my bad. And in lane 5, the third place finisher is going to be Sarah Betts with a time of 2 minutes and 20 seconds. The next event will be your 4th event. Again, we have 14 events today. The 4th event is going to be the 50-yard backstroke. And we have all 6 lanes in use in this one. In lane 1 for Hunter is going to be Julia Mamone. In lane 2 for Kean is going to be Elena Johnson. In lane 4 for Hunter is going to be Sarah Decker. That was lane 3. Lane 4 for Kean is going to be Lauren Beyer. In lane 5 for Hunter is going to be Gabrielle Oskos. And lane 6 is going to be Bianca Wargo for Kean. And they start in the pool for this race. Being backstroke, they have to be on their backs to start. And this will be a quick race, as it's just 50 yards there and back. It's going to be an exciting one, coming right down to it. In lane 4, it looks like Lauren Beyer has a slight edge. But in lane 3, that's Sarah Decker right by her. And lane 4, that's going to be Lauren Beyer with the win. 30 seconds. 30.6 seconds. Fast. And in lane 3, you had Sarah Decker, who finished second with 31 seconds. And in lane 5 was Gabrielle Oskos with third place finish and a time of 31 seconds. That's a new score. I'm being told that time of 30 seconds for Lauren Beyer is going to be a new 50-yard backstroke record for Kean University. The previous record was held by Barbara Van Olst. Goes all the way back to 1981. Nice job, Lauren. Beat that record by 0.2 of a second. Every second counts. And starting our fifth event, already in the pool. This is going to be the 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1 is going to be Angelica Uzinska for Hunter. In lane 2, you got Mary Harmuth for Kean. In lane 3, Virginia Dundon for Hunter. And in lane 4, Sienna Seeger for Kean. And lane 5 is Alexa Majewski. As this race comes to a quick end, that's going to be Virginia and Dundon for Hunter, finishing off with a time of 32 seconds. In second was Cyan Seeger for Kean in lane 4 with 35 seconds. And third was lane 2, was Mary Harmuth for Kean as well with a time of 35 seconds. Oh. And they're off for our sixth event here. This is going to be a butterfly stroke, one of the more fun strokes to watch. In lane 2, you're going to have Elena Johnson for Kean. In lane 3 is going to be Chloe Gregory for Hunter. In lane 4, Molly Lasco for Kean as well. And in lane 5 is going to be Molly Baron for Hunter. And this one's 100 yards, so they're going to go there and back twice. And lane 4 seems to have the slight advantage as they come into their final turn here. That's going to be Molly Lasco for Kean in this butterfly stroke event, with Chloe Gregory right behind her. In lane 2, Elena Johnson finds herself far behind the pack, and Molly Barron of lane 5 finds herself in third place. That's going to be a time of 1 minute and 8 seconds for Molly. And in lane 3, we had Chloe Gregory for Hunter, who finished second at 1 minute and 9 seconds. And in lane 5, we had Molly Barron finish in third with 1 minute and 13 seconds. Close race, decided by less than a second, but Kean coming away with the win there. Up next will be our 7th event, halfway through this 14-event swim meet, and it's going to be the 50-yard freestyle, probably one of our faster events of the afternoon. And we'll have all 6 lanes in use for this one. Starting with Valentina Burgess of Hunter in lane 1. And that was Valentina Burgess in lane 1 for Hunter. For Kean in lane 2, you have Cyan Seeger. For Hunter in lane 3, Chloe Mueller. In lane 4 for Kean, you got Sarah Sissel. In lane 5, Sarah Knobler for Hunter. And in lane 6 for Hannah Solo. As we're coming to it, it looks like lane 2 has a slight edge. That's going to be Cyan Seeger, who will finish first in this one. Cyan Seeger with a time of 27 seconds in lane 2. And in lane 3, we had Chloe Mueller for Hunter, who finished in 2nd place. And in lane 4, Sarah Sissel of Kean finishing in 3rd. That was the quickest race, I think, of the meet so far, as they only went 50 yards in the freestyle. Nice quick sprint. And I believe we'll have a 15-minute break here between this 7th event and the 8th event coming up. We'll be back on keanathletics.com. And welcome back inside the Dangola Gym after that break. This is our 8th event. Kevin Meehan on the call. This event is the 100-yard freestyle. They'll have to go there and back both twice. And for Hunter in lane 1, Virginia Ann Dundon. In lane 2 for Kean is Hannah Cirolo. In lane 3 for Hunter is Alice Ty. In lane 4, Sarah Sissel for Kean. And in lane 5, Julia Mamone for Hunter. As they come into their final turn here, that's going to be Sarah Sissel. Looks like she has a slight edge in lane 4. Alice I right behind her in lane 3. And it's going to be Sarah Sissel taking it for Kean in lane 4 with a time of 1 minute. And in 2nd place was Alice Ty with 1:01, and in 3rd place in lane 1 was Virginia Ann Dundon. The next event will be the 9th event, and that's going to be the 100-yard backstroke. For that event, we'll have Valentina Burgos in lane 1 for Hunter, Bianca Wargo in lane 2 for Kean. For Hunter in lane 3, Gabriela Oscos. In lane 4, Lauren Beyer for Kean. And in lane 5, Dana Lynn for Hunter. And this being backstroke, they'll start in the pool for this event. And they're off. In lane 2 with a slight lead is going to be Bianca Wargo to start this one. But the 3 middle lanes staying neck and neck early. Looks like Lauren Beyer in lane 4 taking a slight advantage over her teammate Bianca Wargo. Beyer keeps the lead going into their final turn. She's neck and neck with the Hunter College swimmer, Gabrielle Oxos. And coming down to the wall here. Gonna be a close one. And it's gonna be Lauren Beyer taking it with a time of 1 minute and 5 seconds. In second was Gabrielle Oxos from Hunter with a time of 1 minute and 5. And in third was Bianca Wargo for Kean. And in that event, the 100-yard backstroke with a time of 1 minute and 5 seconds, that's going to be another school record dropping. That's Lauren Beyer. A time of 1 minute and 5 seconds in the 100-yard backstroke is going to pass Sharon Titus, who held the record since '92 of 1 minute and 7. Exciting day. A couple records going down. As two swimmers in that event were good enough to beat our school record. Up next is going to be the 100-yard breaststroke. And we'll have 5 racers for that in lanes 1 through 5. For Hunter in lane 1 will be Angelica Uzniska. For Kean in lane 2 will be Mary Harmuth. In lane 3 for Hunter will be Amina Dupeljak. In lane 4 for Kean will be Cyan Seeger. And in lane 5 will be Michelle Zykat for Hunter. And they're off. Big splash into the water there. As the two Kean lanes look like they're off to a nice start. That's Mary Harmuth and Cyan Seeger in lanes 2 and 4, respectively. With lane 4, Cyan Seeger with the slight edge over her teammate, Mary Harmuth. Kean really taking this one. And I forgot to mention, after coming back from that nice break, we had Kean was on top in this meet, 67-61 in the team categories. And Cyan Seeger coming down her last lap here. She's going to finish in first place, well in first place. And her teammate, Mary Harmuth, is going to finish behind her. And with a time of 1 minute and 15 seconds, that's Cyan Seeger. And Mary Harmuth finished in second with a time of 1 minute and 18 seconds. And we had Amina Dupeljak for Hunter finishing in third with a time of 1 minute and 23 seconds. Our next event is going to be the 500-yard freestyle. It's going to feature Cristina Sullivan in lane 4 for Kean, who's had a great day so far. Also for Kean in lane 2 is going to be Bianca Wargo. For Hunter in this race is going to be Sarah Decker in lane 3 and Chloe Gregory in lane 5. This is the 11th event of our 14 today. And we're coming down to it. These are going to be some big swing events coming up as Kean can maintain control if they keep finishing out in front. So 500-yard freestyle here. They're going to have to go there and back a few times. And this one will be similar to the 1650 freestyle. It's just not going to take 20 minutes to complete. And that's going to be Cristina Sullivan in lane 4 with the early lead, as she's had a tremendous day so far. But the hunter swimmer in lane 3, Sarah Decker, not far behind her. They're going to have to go there to the end and back 10 times for this 500-yard freestyle. As Sullivan maintains a small lead over Sarah Decker. Sullivan just finished her 6th lap with a time of 1 minute and 39 seconds. Right behind her is Sarah Decker with a time of 1 minute and 41 seconds. And in lane 5 is going to be Chloe Gregory with a time of 1 minute and 46 seconds. Sullivan maintaining a strong lead, about a body length in front of Decker. Sullivan in her 11th lap heading back, extending her lead a bit over Sarah Decker. This will be another big win for Cristina Sullivan if she can pull it off. It'll be her 3rd on the day after already completing the 1650-yard freestyle and the 200-yard freestyle. Those two were back-to-back in which she won. A lot of stamina she's showing, able to complete these events in this time frame. With a time of 3 minutes and 57 seconds, she's going to have to go there and back 5 more times. But she's challenging her own school record of 5 minutes and 35 seconds. We'll see if she can pull it off. So after Sullivan touches up this time. She'll have to go there and one final time to complete this race. With a time of 5 minutes 5 seconds, doesn't look like she'll catch her own school record, but she has done plenty today, as this will be her third event as she takes home the victory in the final lap with a commanding lead. She's close to her time. 5:35 passing now, not going to quite get it. With a final time of 5:37 to finish her 500-yard file race. And in second place in lane 3 was Sarah Decker, who was right behind her the whole time with a time of 5:51. And in third place in lane 5 is going to be Chloe Gregory with a time of 6 minutes and 10 seconds. One swimmer still swimming, that's Bianca Wargo in lane 2, as she enters her final lap, approaching a time of 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Next event will be the 12th event out of 14 today. It'll be the 50-yard butterfly event. We'll see Molly Barron from Hunter College in lane 1, Elena Johnson in lane 2 for Kean, Sarah Betts in lane 3 for Hunter, Molly Lasco in lane 4 for Kean, and Samantha Helmy in lane 5 for Hunter. 50-yard butterfly, they'll just have to go there and back. This will be a pretty quick race. Kean, after taking the last 3 events, though, should have a commanding lead on this event. And they're off to a quick start here. Look like in lane 4 for Kean, Molly Lasco with the early lead. In lane 3, not far behind, is Sarah Betts for Hunter, as Molly Lasco is keeping her lead into this final stretch. And in lane 4, she take it with a time of 29:55. 29:55. She also holds the school record in that event, but did not come close to passing it. In second place was Sarah Betts with a time of 30 seconds. And in third place was Molly Barron of Hunter College with a time of 31 seconds. Quick event there, as I believe we'll get another break before the final 2 events. Yes, we'll have a 10-minute break here before the final 2 events, which will consist of the 100-yard individual medley and the 200-yard freestyle relay. And we'll be back here on CaneAthletics.com. This is Kevin Meehan on the call. Welcome back inside the Dangola pool, as the swimmers are ready to finish off these final 2 events here. The first will be the 100-yard individual medley. In this event, they'll swim to each side, performing a different stroke each time. First, it looks like butterfly stroke. And in lane 1, you got Alexa Mazewski for Hunter. In lane 2, We got Molly Lasco. We'll see what the second stroke is going to be backstroke. For Hunter in lane 3, Sarah Decker, who seems like she has the early lead. For Kean in lane 4, Lauren Beyer. In lane 5 for Hunter, Sarah Knobler. And in lane 6 for Kean, Mary Harmon. And the third stroke will be the breaststroke. And Sarah Decker and Lauren Beyer neck and neck right now coming out of this. The last stroke will be the freestyle stroke, the fastest of the strokes. And we'll see what they got. Sarah Decker, Lauren Beyer, neck and neck right now. Lauren Beyer looks like she has a slight advantage. It'll come down to who has the longer arms. As Beyer's going to take it. Lauren Beyer for Kean finishes with a time of 1 minute and 7 seconds. Only 0.4 of a second faster than the second place finisher, Sarah Decker, with a time of 1 minute and 7. And the third place finisher in lane 5 was Sarah Knobler with a time of 1 minute and 9 seconds. Up next is the 14th and final event. It is going to be the 200-yard freestyle relay. Each team will have 4 racers. There'll be 3 teams, 2 from Hunter, 1 from Kean. In lane 3, Hunter will send Alice Sy, Julia Mamone, Sarah Betts, and Chloe Mueller. In lane 4, Kean will send Cyan Seeger, Sarah Sissel, Elena Johnson, and Hannah Criollo. In lane 5 for Hunter, you'll have Amina Dupljack, Michelle Zakat, Dana Lynn, and Angelica Uzinska. Again, this will be the 14th and final event, and ultimately a swing event, although Kean has a commanding lead. Nice crowd on hand for this final event. Kean will be back here at home on Monday as they take on saying Kean will be back here on Monday to take on the College of Staten Island. Not sure when Kean Athletics will have the next event on their website, but for now we're happy we were able to bring you this one. That's in lane 4. Kean taking an early lead. This is going to be a quick event. Surprised to see Kean not sending in Cristina Sullivan for this event, as she had a commanding freestyle event earlier, a couple of them actually. And in lane 4, Kean has a slight advantage coming in. This is going to be the third swimmer into the water, and there will be one more after that. Hunter in lane 3, Kean in lane 4. Neck and neck right now. With Kean as a slight advantage. The last swimmer's coming up. Into the water first will be the Kean swimmer. Hunter right behind her. Just setting up for an exciting finish here. Neck and neck it is in this final leg of the relay. Swimmer having trouble getting out of the water over there in the Kean lane. But as they come down for this final stretch here, they're loving it. Hunter College looking like they're pulling up in front. Kean right behind. And it's going to be Kean with the win. 1 minute 50, a whole 1/10 of a second better than the Hunter swimmers of lane 3, who finished with a minute 50 also. And that was an exciting event for sure. However, Kean taking it and taking the meet, as they'll have the victory in this one. It'll be their 4th victory of the season. 0-4 in the NJAC still. Hunter will move to 6-2. And that's all. I was Kevin Meehan, broadcasting for CaneAthletics.com. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.